What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the YouTube Barber Academy. I feel like it's a little dark in here, don't you guys? Let's turn up the lights real quick. I'm actually I've been working like I've been filming for YouTube a lot these past couple days here. Let me turn on the lights. Boom. All right. So one of the topics that I was looking at that I noticed that there was a lot of interest in, it was actually the light video, the video I did on the lights. So let's let some people get up in here. Hopefully the stream is working right. Hopefully I didn't move my my modem. So hopefully everybody gets in here all right. What's good, you guys? Say what's up. Let me know you're here. Let me know if everything is good, and we're gonna get this show on the road. Now, one of the things we were gonna do tonight was I was gonna let you guys pick the topic, so we can speak on anything you want. And next week, we're going to start breaking back into the phases because we got away from that for a little bit, but we're going to get back into the phases. So all 6 phases, we'll be going through all of them. And if you are able to master all 6 phases, you're going to be able to master this game of barbering. You'll get it. You'll get it all figured out. So, all right, looks like we got some people in the house now, so that's good. That's good. What's up, Terrence? What's up? He said from Montreal in the house. What's up, Steve? Appreciate you guys for jumping in. Hi, Eddie. Canada. I'm not even going to try to inlet Nunavut. I'm not even going. I'm not even going to slander it. I'm not even going to slander it. Thank you. Shout out to Steve for the thumbnail. Always coming through clutch with those, man. I really appreciate you. Located within the Arctic Circle. So what you're trying to say is it's colder than Buffalo. I see you flexing. I see you flexing. Hey, you guys know I'm still repping. I'm still repping for my Bills. I was a little disappointed, obviously initially, but hey, you know, stuff happens, and now I hope the Chiefs lose. That's kind of where I'm at with it. I don't like either team that are in there left, but now I kind of hope the Chiefs lose. What up, Juan? Good to see you in the house. Yo, yo, yo. Outdoor adventures. I'm starting barber school in 5 months. And in about 5 months, you planning long term. Outdoor adventures is planning long term. Yes, I'll be happy to talk about that. As a matter of fact, if you're going to start barber school, this is what I'm going to tell you. All right, it's probably going to be the coolest thing you've ever done. You're probably really going to enjoy it for the most part. But I'm going to warn you about the slump. That a lot of barbers encounter the slump. They start with all this energy and they go after it and they just attack it and they're devouring everything, and then you know, after a while they start to slump, and then they start to kind of look for, you know, reasons to maybe justify leaving or stop going altogether or taking vacations or taking breaks. I'm gonna warn you guys, do not do that. If you're about to go to barber school, don't burn yourself out, man. Just go for the time you're supposed to be there. Shut your brain off later, and then just keep it moving. Because if you guys go all at it all the time, don't get yourself burnt out. It is a slog. You got to get through it. But when you get through to the other side, man, you ain't never going to have to worry about barber school ever again. What up, Fidel? What up, Shamerlia? What up, Robert? Let's see here. So, actually, you guys can notice, he said, hey, Eddie, what blades are better made by Gamma, the Fusion and the Ultimate? Or, oh, okay, this is a good question. So, the Eversense blade, they made the P3 blade. A lot of people really like that. And we can definitely talk about this topic here for a second, too. I'm going to talk on this. So, if you guys notice, I have like a whole arsenal full of stuff behind me. And one of the things that, if you guys are just a little bit late joining me, I've been filming trimmer review, so like all my favorite trimmers, and I've been working pretty hard on that, man. I'm trying to give you guys a lot of detail in that, what I think are the top trimmers in the market right now. And this, obviously, you guys watching live, you get a little preview because obviously every single one of these are in here, and some that are not on this shelf are in here too. And then the other thing that we got going on are these lights. So these lights are Aperture MC lights, and I can actually make this color any color I want, but we're going to keep it right where it was because I kind of like that. And I can control all of them with my phone. This little app right here. So I can turn them off and turn them back on. So I think that's kind of nice to have that. as a feature for shooting some of my product stuff that I've been doing. And we just got another 5-star review at the barbershop. We're trying to push on to 200 5-star reviews. That's how hard we're going at it. So, anyways, oh yeah, see, he's talking about the slump. J Blends, a lot of dudes at my school are in the slump right now. All right, let me talk about this for another couple minutes because it's true, man. I've seen it happen to a lot of students. I've seen a lot of students quit as a result of hitting that slump and not being able to break through to the other side, because this is like, it's really important that you break through to the other side. Like once you got your license and you're able to go work and there's nothing standing in your way, it really only gets easier from there. Don't blame your school. Don't blame your instructors. Don't blame anybody other than yourself. Just keep the ball in your court and do your best to move on, because it's so easy for you to sit back and be like, man, these instructors ain't teaching me nothing, man. This school is garbage, man. I'm not learning nothing. Look, you don't got to learn nothing. I'm going to tell you what. You got to pass the test at school. You got to be able to pass your practical, and you got to be able to pass the test at the state level. That's all you really got to do. So whether your instructors ain't good, teachers ain't good, whatever's not good, study, pass your test, and just continue studying for the board, and you'll pass your board, and you'll never look back. That's the best advice that I can give you. So let's go back to the Fusion blade for a second. In fact, that's the only blade that I didn't bring home with me that I was a little mad that I didn't bring home. All right, so Gamma got you on a wide variety of different blades here, but the Fusion blade is by far my favorite blade that I've ever used, period. And that includes every clipper, everything that I've ever used, period. The Fusion blade, I was actually calling it the Vapor blade, but it's actually like a mixture of two different blades. Let's see if I got my USB. Hold up, I got a video of it. I could play for you real quick if I can find it without too much trouble. Okay, my Barber drive. Look at this, 2 terabytes, man. I'm gonna put this in real quick. I'll show you guys, for those of you guys who are not watching, those of you guys who have not been watching might not know what the Fusion blade looks like. So I have a little promo video that I've been working on, and I haven't touched it since last time. So, bear with me. It's not a finished product, but I believe I did film the Fusion blade in this one, and I think you guys can see what it looks like. So let's see here. Boom. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on here. All right, so let's go back to where the Fusion blade was. Boom. There's your Fusion blade right there. That blade is disgusting. If you see, it has like slots that run all the way down it, and it just feeds hair so efficiently into the blade. I can't really describe it. I can't really tell you exactly why, but it is in fact the bottom blade, and it's the bottom blade that really, really makes this thing and really, really sets this off. It makes this thing work fantastically. And another cool thing that I've been sort of experimenting lately with, I wanted to show you guys this. So this is the magnetic charger that Gamma sent, and basically you can just plug. They give you a little like micro USB that you can just plug it in, and I've actually been finding this pretty damn useful. You just charging my stuff like this. I just think that's so cool, and it's just gonna sit there and it's gonna charge. It's gonna be ready to go for you. But you could take this off of this, and you can plug it into all your other ones that have it. And I might even be using this for my MacBook when they send me the USB-C one. So I just think that's kind of a cool little addition. And everybody who's been watching this knows I'm always trying to credit people who came up with the things that they came up with. And I believe Campo Rican was the first person I ever seen do that. He sent me a cordless fast feed that was able to charge like that, and that was like 4 years ago. So let's see what up, Uproar. Let's see what he's got. Uproar, what up, man, and the crew. Hey, it's my wife and my 14th anniversary. I'm going to spend it with her. I just wanted to show some love and appreciation like always. I know you do, Uproar. I appreciate you. Hey, Manny's in the house. Yo, Manny, did you change your name again? Didn't it used to be Manny the Bathroom Barber? Manny's moving up in the world. Now it's just Manny. This man has come to actually get a haircut at my shop before. Real cool dude. So, show some love to my boy Manny over here. Appreciate you, really, the barber. And you say, have a great one and enjoy the time with the missus and mister. Enjoy the time with the family, my friend. Yeah, so anyways, I got an arsenal of stuff, and I've been filming these trimmer reviews, and I've been just trying to speak as much as I could. I'm buffering. Oh, no. Maybe that's why I'm losing people. I don't know what I could do to stop the buffering, but I'll try to talk slower. Maybe that'll work. But hopefully it straightens itself out. Yo, your boy upgraded the DSL internet. I hope it's working out. Can you guys all let me know if it's buffering? You guys having issues, or is it working out all right? Because if it's not, I forgot to move my modem into this room. That's the only extra thing that I usually do that makes it work a little bit faster. So I've been working my way through all these different trimmers that I've used throughout the years. And I'm just trying to give you like the back and forth, top to bottom, truth about each one and the way I really feel about them and if they are competitive or not in this space. Like, can we still be using certain trimmers? And probably in the future, I might even do some updates on some of the corded reviews and just say like corded review in 2021. Like, is it still worth it to use a corded machine? But you know, that's one of the things. But the other things that you guys had a lot of interest in, you guys are always asking me about the light that I have in my shop. Now, I know that a lot of people are using a lot of different types of lights, ring lights. People are using them like photodox lights like I got. You guys know I'm a big fan of using like these handheld lights, especially for taking photos, trying to get them blurry Instagram photos. And, you know, that is just having that light is just such an advantage. And I was looking at my analytics, and it seems like that video I did about the lights is really it's really doing well. And there's a lot of people who are asking questions about that. So I decided to update the light video, and you guys are gonna see that one dropping off soon. So Barber Flav is having issues, but everybody else is saying it's good, man. So maybe it's partially me, maybe it's partially the internet on your side. I don't know, but yeah, we struggle with the internet around here. That's why your boys got to keep growing this YouTube channel. So I was actually thinking about that the other day too, like the way that YouTube is giving me no views. I don't really let it get to me too much. It is bothersome, but I don't really let it get to me too much that I get almost no views. But I think that part of the thing is I'm going to start asking you guys to hit the bell and select all, because I think that it's still not really suggesting to as many subscribers as I got. I'm certainly not getting it. In fact, there's a guy, he's an excellent barber, and this is not a knock on him at all. He's doing a lot of the things that I do in his tutorials. I think he's an excellent barber. His name is Faded Culture. But I noticed that in like 2 days, he's getting like 40,000 views. And then I'll put like all this work into some videos, and I'll really just break down everything that I possibly can. And, you know, it is a little bit disheartening how YouTube does it. Yo, I appreciate that, Steve-O. You the man. You the man. Hey, what up, J. Cole? What up, man? Good to see you guys all. So, there, you know, this would be Sophia. I'm probably not saying that. Sofyan. That sounds right. I don't want to answer that question yet, being that I got the review coming up. But let me ask you guys this, because you guys might be able to help shape my review a little bit. How much of a factor is price when you guys are buying a liner or a trimmer? Like, how does price factor into your decision making right now? Especially those of you guys who maybe don't have enough money to buy like everything you want to make, you want to buy, and like, does price really factor into your decision, or do you feel like, you know what, it's worth the sacrifice of the money, knowing that in the future you're going to make that money back? Just curiosity here. McGill Grabe. McGill, hey, Eddie, thank you for your time and keep grinding. Maybe you mentioned it, but when are the guards coming out? Oh, no, I didn't mention it, and I'm glad that he put this up. The guards are supposed to be coming out in early February, and I don't know if they're up on the site yet. We can scope that out real quick. Let me go to Gamma and see what. Gamma plus na.com, which is what the website is. And let me do a screen share with you guys. Boom. And we got this one here. This is not causing issues with my audio, right? All right, so we're good here. Let me just make this full screen here. All right, so let's see what they got. I'll go to shop and I'll see. So we don't have. I don't see any dubs up here yet. I'll tell you guys what. This is something I really got to look at too for my reviews. Is I'm looking at the prices, and I see they got the Protege trimmer in gunmetal here for $79. And again, if you guys use my code, you guys are going to save some money. $99 for the Alpha, basically $149 for the Alpha, the Absolute Alpha. But you can save a little bit if you go with the Protege, and their compromise there is they don't come with the stand, but basically it's the same. Now this is a pretty nice little combo they got going here. I mean, $150 for both of these is pretty crazy. All right, so let's see what we got here. We got clippers, trimmers. Maybe it would be under blades and foils, but I don't know. Let's see here. I don't see the dubs on here yet. The Uno. Now that's something that I need to talk about a little bit more. But you guys are gonna see that in like probably almost every future video. Oh, here we go. We got some blades coming up here. This is I think some of these are new. I didn't know that they were selling some of these just yet. And let's see if we get. I would imagine when they when they have the dubs, I would imagine they're probably going to take like center stage on this website someplace. The Absolute Zero is not my favorite. I love the Prodigy, and then the rubber band grips. Big fan of those. And they got the Uno foils. What do the Uno foils sell for? $11. That's not bad. That's not too bad. And you got the Ergo lids. Looks like we got a clear, a red, and a black. So, yeah, man. I don't think they're out yet, but I'm sure they will be out soon, as they told me it was going to be early February that the dubs were going to be coming out. And let me get some of you guys' answer. Man, I appreciate you, Richard. Don't think I forgot about you. Boom. What trimmer blades work best for thick beard hair? Okay, Richard, I'm going to do the best I can to answer you. I got a full trimmer video coming out, and I'm going to name a best over that. But I'll be honest, the majority of trimmers that are out there right now are going to be able to handle your thicker beard. But there is probably one situation that you might want to avoid. Like, I think the Andis T outliner blades on the face, the corded models and stuff, I'd probably avoid that. But if you're not a barber, buying one of the corded trimmers might not be a bad deal. Maybe if you can find like a Wall Hero or something like that. But if you are a barber, or if you have interest in being a barber, or if you want cordless, the absolute hitters are probably going to be one of the better ones for handling a large amount of bulk. It's kind of funny because when I was doing this shootout, I have noticed that the Wall Detailer, this machine has a lot of power, and I've basically been using this to debulk with because I don't really love it, and I don't really care about it. So I don't care if it's dull, I don't care if it takes abuse, but I've noticed that this can handle a significant amount of bulk. And that was the one that I figured, like, whenever I really need to just, like, if I ever want to debulk with the trimmer, I've been using that. And then I realized that the absolute hitter in that machine are pretty much able to handle the same amount of bulk. Like, we were shaving off someone's gigantic beard and some crazy amount of hair today, and it was plowing through it. It was plowing through it. So I've been sort of just kind of experimenting around with a lot of that. So let's see here. I wanted to hear some responses to the 5-minute haircut challenge. I'm not even up to date on that. What is the 5-minute haircut challenge? I'm not good at cutting hair in no 5 minutes, man. So let's see what you guys are saying for the price. Robert says, for me, the price doesn't matter if they are worth it. Zima says, price, I don't care about the price. If I want, no. If I want it, I'll just buy it. I don't ask no price. All right, so maybe transfer to a new channel and see how that works. Do a trial run. You know, it's kind of funny that you say that because I've thought about doing that like a million times. Like, I just wish there was some way to get to get the YouTube algorithm's attention again, but I don't see it. I don't see it coming. Juan Cordova, customer service and price is what I really look into while purchasing an item. Like I said, Juan, I know you had a little situation there, man, but I'm just telling you, just call, get someone on the phone, man, and Gamma's really cool about dealing with anything, especially something as simple as a return of something that you just recently bought. I just started to take barbering seriously. This is Marco. I just started to take barbering seriously a couple months ago, and I bought some knockoff clippers and trimmers for AliExpress, and honestly, they've been working really good for myself. Well, that's cool, man. You never know what you're gonna get, and a lot of those knockoffs I don't really try because it's weird. Like I was that type of barber, before like all the stuff I got from Gamma and all the flow and all the good stuff that started to happen for me. I was the kind of barber where like if it wasn't broke, I didn't really fix it. So I ran with the fast feeds for like ever, And I'm kind of in that position now with the ergos. Like the ergos are like my favorite clipper to fade with, and I actually I'm not sure if it's because the fusion blade is on the older one, but I'm actually using the less powerful ergo to blend with. I don't know why, but I've actually found that one just awesome to work with. But I do think that if I put that fusion blade, I only have one, and I've been fortunate enough to have it for like close to a year. But I think if I put that fusion blade on my newer ergo, which is this is the ergo like 2.0, and the motor is a little more powerful, I think if I put that on here, I would probably like it. But there's just something about blending with that little less power that I don't really mind at all. So it doesn't seem like price. It doesn't seem like price is something that I would imagine that you guys really mind about. I think what it really boils down to is does it actually function the way that you expect it to? And there are some situations where you buy things that are just a total disappointment, and I got one of them on the desk. Now, when Andis released these, this is the cordless outliner. When Andis released these, they were pretty damn expensive. I think they were like $250 or something like that. They were over the top expensive. In fact, they were so expensive that I didn't even view them as something on the radar. Like that's unusual for me because I don't mind buying things. It's like I see this new stuff and I want to try it just as bad as you guys do. And normally I do because I justify it by saying, well, hey, I can at least show it on my YouTube channel. But these were so expensive that even I didn't want no smoke. I didn't want no smoke with that. But I'm going to tell you what, after I seen somebody finally purchase them, I got to using them, and I was so thoroughly unimpressed. Like that was a huge letdown to pay over 200 and some change, and to get what this was. Now there is a way to improve this, and I'm going to talk about that in the video. But if you guys wound up getting one of these, that's like the one thing that you just hate when you spend a bunch of money on something and it doesn't work out. So that's something that I've talked with Gamma about and stuff, and like they're really cool. And almost everybody who I've ever talked to that has had an issue, they've been able to rectify their situation. So all I'm saying is just get on the phone with them. And longevity, Adrian Young, he says longevity matters, and I absolutely agree. And there is some times where buying cheap stuff does seem to work out, but for the most part, it's longevity for me does matter a lot. And I think that we are all going to experience longevity issues going into the future with all this cordless stuff, because we have a finite amount of time with a cordless option. You know that your batteries are eventually going to go bad, and more than likely you're going to have to replace them after a certain period of time. So, sometimes I'm telling people that are in barber school and stuff like that if you're using a corded clipper, that might not be a bad idea in barber school, because if you're using a corded clipper during barber school, you're probably not doing a ton of haircuts with it. If you go and you buy your cordless, and you're not really using it, it's just sitting around a lot. Well, we only have a certain amount of time before they all will probably go. Now, I've been working with that same pair of ergos. That's actually one of the very first pair of ergos that they sent me, and I've been working with them the whole time. Despite all the other ergos they've thrown at me, I don't know why, but I've changed the case a couple times, but it's the exact same one. And so it's probably been like a year, and I could say that I've not had any issues. I could still do maybe like 10 haircuts before they start to die. And I would say probably when I initially got them, I was able to do maybe like closer to 15. But, 10 haircuts straight is not a problem at all. What's up, Johnny O? Good to see you, man. So, that's like I said, in those situations, somebody's just asking Grace Flow, best beard growth product, no pills. I'll be honest, I'm not aware of anything that's going to help you grow your beard any faster. I know that people are using minoxidil to try to, stimulate the hair growth. And there was a funny situation that happened when we were in barber school. There was all these kids trying to get their beards to grow, and some of them were just, they were the kind of, they weren't really kids, but they were the kind of guys that just can't grow a beard. Like, they just don't have many hairs on their face, and they were putting all that minoxidil on their face, and they're swearing up and down. Remember this one kid, Manny? He's swearing up and down that his beard's getting so thick. But from my side of the aisle, I never seen his beard get any thicker. I seen it get longer. I seen it get, shaped nice and everything that he did to try to enhance it. But I don't think I ever seen it get any more thick than it ever was. So I don't think that any of that stuff is probably going to work. I think time is probably your best thing. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate you. And H-Town in the house. Steve in the house. A pixelated hippo chumps on a 1-up. I think that is something I'd be able to see if I was looking at it on the YouTube, the live stream thing. So, all right. So here we go here. We got a good question here. Ben, how do I start when I only have my son to practice on? What do you guys think I'm going to tell him? We go through this a few times. We've talked about this a few times. One of the first things I'm going to tell you guys, if you want to get serious about cutting hair and you don't have a lot of people to practice on, it's the perfect time to go and buy a mannequin. You can buy a mannequin on eBay for fairly cheap. Even if you buy one that's used and it has hair that's long enough, sometimes you could even go to your local barber schools and they might even have heads that they're not even using that just been sitting around. I can't tell you how many times I was always making people practice. I was always getting the mannequins, and I would always have like flat top competitions, because earlier today somebody asked me to speak a little bit on the clipper over comb, and one way that you can improve your clipper over comb skills is by practicing flat tops. So I would always make them do like military flat tops. There was almost always enough hair to do that. Do you think Tomb 45 will do a battery for the Gamma products? I'm not sure. That's a good question. Maybe, or maybe not. One of the things that I would guess that Tomb 45 probably, I would think that they probably wouldn't do it. And the reason is, I think that the batteries that the Gammas come with are pretty high capacity batteries to begin with. So I'm not sure there's enough of an improvement for that clipper as there was for like the walls. Now, Courtney is a new barber that I have working for me, and she doesn't have Gamma. She doesn't have Gamma everything yet. She's using a Wall Senior cordless, and I had to go over and I was just kind of messing around with her clipper a little bit. I noticed that it wasn't zero gap too good. She's even got a ceramic blade on it, and I forgot how heavy the Wall cordless clipper is. And I picked it up. I'm like, man, this is so much weight. But the weight of the clipper is not battery. That clipper's good for 2 haircuts, maybe 3 if you're moving fast. And it's just not, it's just not quite the same as I'm used to. Like, you grab any of these. I can grab this absolute alpha, and this is not a very heavy clipper. I bet you this doesn't even weigh half of what that weighs. It lasts twice as long as far as battery is concerned. And I'm getting like, not to make a case for you to buy it or anything, but I'm also getting the micro USB port, which I'm a huge fan of because I like being able to just bring these clippers home and charge them all with the exact same thing. So I would imagine that would probably be the more likely scenario, Steve, is I think that Gamma probably would offer a replacement battery. So let me ask you guys this too. I want to ask about this. Do you guys think that having a stand, like how does a stand factor into your decision to buy, say, a trimmer or a clipper? Is having a stand important to you, or is having a charging stand, I should say, a charging stand important to you or not? Now, one thing that I believe there is a standout for this now. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys know if there's a standout for this now. I think there is. This is the Gold FX, but at least as far as filming sake goes, I like to have stands because I want to like film some product videos with it. And if I can get it to stand up straight without any kind of tomfoolery, that's always nice. So at least this does stand up on its own. But just curious if you guys care about having the stand or not. And then a side note would be, if you don't care about having the stand, you can get the Protege, this clipper trimmer combo right here. You can get that. It just doesn't come with the stand, but basically you're getting the absolute hitter, which is my favorite. So it's one of my favorite trimmers, but it's one of my favorite to debulk with if you must debulk with the trimmer. I don't like that, but the other thing too is you're getting the Protege, and you're basically getting another absolute alpha clipper as well. So for $150, I mean, you're not even able to get that from just a regular, say, Babyliss or a regular wall clipper. You're going to pay more than that for just the clipper itself. So let's see here. Any tips on... Oh, I didn't mean to put that up. I really like the Alpha. I did too. It's funny. When I started using the Alpha, I quit using the Ergo for like a month. And I thought the Alpha was going to be my main squeeze. So, all right. We got any tips on having your clipper blade stick to the skin when you're getting out the open taper? I think what he's saying is snagging. I think what he might be talking about is like it snags the skin. Oh, MMA's in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you, buddy. He said, what the hell's going on here? I'm actually catching this live. That's what's up. So I think that he was asking about any tips about snagging the skin. But let me tell you guys something. If your client's getting a little sweaty, or if your clipper is not moving good on the scalp, or if it seems like it's getting stuck or whatever, a little talc powder can go a long way. You put a little powder, get it on the head, and then all of a sudden, that wetness can dry up, and then you're able to move that a little bit easier. But sometimes with some trimmers, I would jack that blade up so high in an attempt to make it cut better, but it didn't really cut better, and a lot of times it would snag the skin. And in that case, you might have to back your clipper off. Robert says, to me, a stand is important. To me, a stand is important. You're charging your clipper and trimmers while not using it, and it's ready to go. Now, that's a good take on it, and I'm definitely going to include some of this information in my review because I don't know if everybody cares about the stand in that way, but one of the other things too is it reduces the amount of space you're using on your station. It might be a little safer to have it on a stand in general, just so that you're not maybe pulling it off your station too, and it's charging, so it's basically never dead. Now, I kind of like to have all my clippers in the drawer. You guys kind of see how I do it. I got a toolbox. I pull out the drawer. All my clippers are laying there, and for that reason, the stand for me is not super important. But I just wonder across the board if it is or not. To the rest of you guys, what do you think about Kimi? They have a USB charger and battery percentage screen. I have one for a year, no problem. They might make good products. I mean, I have had the one Kimi clipper, and it wasn't like over the top impressive, but it did a job. It did the job. It's probably not something I would use. I wouldn't use it for long term personally, but I think that they might make good products. I like the stand, but without an actual station, it's not a big deal for me. So that's he's basically saying he's cutting the hair, at the house or whatever, or maybe he's not cutting in a shop. So I travel with my. Okay, so you're saying I travel with my clippers a lot, and the stand is completely useless to me. Well, that would be the case. That would be the case. MMA wants to know about the new ergos. I suppose he might want to know about the new 2.0 ergo. And I'll be honest with you guys. The thing is, for those of you who like to debulk with a clipper, with the clipper that you fade with, if that's something that you guys like to do, you're probably going to appreciate the 2.0 ergo, because this thing does mow down hair. You can do clipper over comb with this a lot better than the previous ergo, and it's got a lot more power all the way around. But as far as like when you are in the situations when there's not so much bulk, when you're just blending, I think they actually perform fairly close to the same. I kind of liked the forgiveness of having the slower motor, because I think that's part of what made the fast feed so great, in my opinion, was the motor was moving a little bit slower, and if you accidentally slid into those upper lengths, a lot of times you got out with your cut still intact, But if you got a clipper that's so powerful, it just kind of it could vaporize that hair, and that was one of the things that I really didn't like about the Andis Masters cordless, because that thing does vaporize the hair. It definitely does. Yo, Chad's in the house. Chad says stands just clutter up the station. And in a nutshell, I think that's starting to be how I kind of feel about it. But there is certain things that I need to have on the stand, and that's my detachable. Like my detachable, I love the fact that has a stand and a replaceable battery that I could just get to it very simply, and I think that's just awesome. So if I have the stand on that, I was able to use that clipper in the OSTER. What the hell was it called? Volt. It was called the Volt before it was called the Octane. But I had that for like 10 years and sat on a stand, and I never even changed the battery. Like, what a fantastic unit that was. So, Oster Fast Feed wanted a GOAT clipper. Oster is asleep. Oster is sitting on, a potential gold mine. I don't know. They're busy making blenders and toasters and whatever else. But I'm just... I would have to feel like they just don't care about us. Like they're like, hey man, we made one clipper. It was pretty hot. We called it a couple different things, and we moved on with our lives. They've moved on, and we're like that jealous ex-girlfriend, and we're mad that they just left us like this. They left us in the lamb, and they just don't care about it. Yo, MMA's liking the ergos, man. My man, look at this. He said the ergos changed my life. It's a total game changer. Liam's in the house too. What's up, man? So I gotta agree, dude. Like once, and I'm telling you guys, I'm currently fading the majority of the time with the original ergo. The 2.0 is nice if you must have it for debulking reasons, but I don't debulk with anything other than a detachable clipper. So in that case, it's not a huge deal to me. So let's see here. I had the Kimi 1986. It was good, but when I got my Stylecraft Alpha, big difference. I do wish the higher end clippers had a digital readout, but the cutting Alpha, but cutting wise, he's saying it blows it away. And that's the thing with the Alphas. The Alphas, I went through a period of time where I just fell in love with the Alphas, and I didn't touch nothing but the Alpha, and it's really like a Swiss Army knife of a kind of clipper where it can handle bulk, it can handle the fades, it zero gaps real easy. It was just all around, the whole feeling of it was great. It's pretty lightweight. It's not, it's not an issue. And I keep one of these absolute alphas at my house just in case I got to cut one of my neighbor's hair or something like that. And I'm always happy. I'm always happy with what I got. But one day, I was cutting a client's hair that I do struggle with a little bit to get it perfect every time, and I decided to go back to the ergos for a cut. And I didn't struggle at all. Like I just literally melted that fade, and I was like, whoa, maybe I do need to go back to the ergos. Do you still use slim lines with the GTX blade on it or nah? No, and really. Corbin, that was more of a phase, like I'd say a phase for me, maybe a fad. I kind of did it. I thought I liked it for a little while, but if I'm being perfectly honest, um, I I probably didn't even really use it for all that long, and I still would say that the Slimline Pro's original blade probably beat that out. In my opinion, I know there's probably some people who want to go to war with that and say that. So, yo, if MMA is getting rid of his envies, that we know something serious is going on, because MMA, MMA had the envies before I did. I actually found his channel, and if you guys don't know who he is, he's got a barber channel. I found his channel, and he did an excellent review of the envies, and I was on the fence between ordering the envies or the magic clips, and I wound up ordering both, but it was a great review, and he has not quit on those envies all this time. So, yeah, OSTER is saying the cordless is coming out this fall. FYI, look at their recent post on IG for the fast feeds. Well, that's some exciting news, because I really was starting to feel like a scorned man or a scorned woman about this, because it would seem that they're sitting on a gold mine. They have all the tools that they need to collect tons of money, millions of dollars, and it would just be as simple as going to a hair show and showing people how great they are, if they can deliver the goods. Now, who knows? Who knows? Maybe they put it out. It's got a different motor in it. Well, let me ask you guys this: if it comes out and it's just another run-of-the-mill style cordless clipper, do you guys still buy it for the body? Do you buy it for the old time's sake? Do you buy it for the double magnetic guards? Even though now we have double magnetic guards that are usable on any wall clipper or any gamma clipper. Why do we buy the OSTER fast feed cordless if it's not the exact same kind of motor and they can deliver, basically the same thing? With one caveat, I hope they make it so we don't have to do a whole bunch of stuff to it to make, like I hope that we don't have to go and get a ceramic blade and do all this nonsense to zero gap it. Like, I hope they just make it the ability to zero gap it right out of the box. That would be like much more preferable. So the other thing I didn't mention about the alphas is, if I take this blade off, you can actually attach an Andis blade to this. So it's already got the bracket. It's already on there. You just literally screw it on and boom. If you wanted to switch over to an Andis blade on this, you can easily do so. Now, I'm not sure if the 2.0 has that. Let's see if I don't think I got a screwdriver in here. I was about to take off this blade and just look at it real quick, but I don't think. Oh, I got a brush. I felt the handle. It felt like a screwdriver, maybe. I'm rifling around in the bottom of this drawer. Sometimes I get lucky and find stuff in here that I'm always. I don't think there's not a screwdriver in here, so I can't take this off. But that's the type of stuff that Gamma's up to, man. There is the ability to put the OSTER blade from Nilo Blends. He's working on some brackets that you can put your OSTER blade on some things. So that's the thing. Like, I wonder. You see, somebody's already writing it's probably going to be a rotary motor. And if it's a rotary motor, isn't that basically the same thing that Wall's already done, Andis has already done, Gamma's already done, Babyliss has already done it? Now, are they just going to throw their hats in the ring and be like, well, here's our rendition of the rotary motor? In what way is it better, and why would we buy it, and what will be the price point? Did they say that on their Instagram? Did they talk about the price point? But we already kind of talked about this, and like, unless you're crazy about your pricing, unless you set your pricing just in another hemisphere, he said, look behind you. They have screwdrivers in them. In the boxes. Yo, hold up. Carolina, you ain't playing around. They do got screwdrivers in these boxes. But I think I already stole it for... All right. I did steal the screwdriver out of this one. Wait a minute. What's that? I think I see something. No, I stole that screwdriver already out of this one. Now, all right, let's try this one. Let's see if there's a screwdriver in this box. Yo, there's still a trimmer in this box too. Oh, we don't get a screwdriver in this one? Oh, man. I thought that was such a good idea, dude. But I don't think they're in the protege boxes. Unless I already came through and took them, which is also possible. But anyways, I don't think there's a bracket on that. If I would have taken that off and seen that, I'm sure I would have remembered that. But don't be surprised if Gamma keeps applying pressure in different ways. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they had a plan to just make it as universal as possible. I threw 2 pairs of envies so far. I'm giving the last one away next week. There you go. Y'all need to head over to MMA's channel and see if you can win that. See if you guys can win that envy. Now, I got an envy hiding in some box, someplace, somewhere. But I think I'm actually going to start getting rid of some of my stuff that I don't use. So I have a wall like 1919. It's sitting in some box somewhere, just collecting dust. I want to get all these things. I got to go through that box again, man. We need to do another video like that. Clean out the garage, clean out the shop, and I'm going to find all the clippers that I don't use. I know there's at least 3 of them that I could think of off the top of the head, and we could get rid of those. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to start getting rid of some of that wall stuff because it's just taking up space. I mean, even Chad came over to me today. He had a wall 1919, and he was having trouble making it cut. And he's going, man, this is giving me trouble, this and that. And I've been steady cruising, with the ergo. All right, Johnny O. That's why I like the Alpha. The blade that comes with it cuts out of the box. It's great. Then Zero Gap took it up even better. Eddie, I would trade you. Eddie would trade you for your ergo if you want. No, man, I'm not getting rid of that ergo. No way. I already told somebody on my podcast that I'll give it to them. So he that's MMA. I'm reading what he said. So I got to do a 100K sub giveaway. I guess I do. This has got to be the slowest road to 100K. I mean, I might have been on YouTube for I think next year will make 10 years. I really do. I think next year is going to make 10 years on YouTube just grinding. And then you see people like the guy, Faded Culture. He popped up not that long ago, and he's already at 50K. He's going to blow my channel out of the water. This dude's probably going to be sitting on 1 million subs. And this is no hate for Faded Culture, man. I think that dude is dope. I think his tutorials are nice. He does great work. It's besides the point. Is just YouTube is just you get to have all the views. You don't. Despite what you do, I can't figure it out. I really can't. But I'm going to start asking people to hit that bell. Maybe that makes a difference. Maybe that makes a difference. So anyways, if you guys want to send over a couple haircut critiques, you could send them over to this masterprimetime@gmail.com. And I would like to probably give away, since we've been talking about the Alpha so much, we give away an Alpha. And in one of my next videos, I think I'm going to start trying to give away some of that wall stuff that I'm not using. So let's see here. Carolina writes, I'm wanting the new model ergo. I haven't put my other one down. Got a box full of unused clipper. The $200 price tag is a bit though. Yep. I get it, man. I get it. So I should do some challenges. It catches the attention. Adrian's right. Despite I don't know. Despite what you guys might think, I'm not super competitive. I don't really even think about those things, man. I just kind of got on here just to help other people learn how to cut and stuff. It really wasn't even a thing for me. But maybe I could try one of these. Dude, if I did a 5-minute haircut, there's no way. There's no way. He said, I think it's time, man. Do a trial run. Think about it. See how it goes. So, I think he's kind of right, man. I wonder if I was to just take these exact same videos, upload them under a different channel name, and just see what happens. I mean, it might be I've been shadow banned. I've fallen under the watchful eye of. But the funny thing is, as far as being shadow banned or whatever, I don't get it. I've never discussed any negative topic. I've never been nothing but positive. You know what I mean? I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about religion. I don't talk about none of that stuff. I mean, not one thing. And that's that's the craziness about the whole shadow banning. Sometimes people just get put in the shadow ban, you know. So, all right, you guys rather see me give away an alpha, or would you rather see me give away a hitter? We'll say hitter or an absolute alpha. What y'all think? Which one you want? So the Andis blade on the Evo is actually really nice. I actually have one sitting here somewhere. Whoa, man! I hope I brought that home because I was trying to film some more stuff with it. I thought I brought that damn thing home. Let me see here. I feel something, and I definitely forgot that one because I got everything up on the shelf and I don't see an Evo here. So yeah, I must not have brought that one. But anyways, the Evo with the Andis blade on it is actually really nice. I really like using it. I think that thing hits pretty good. But we're gonna say something. There's a new Ultimate Extra Sharp blade that Gamma sent me recently, and that thing is literally putting that's putting my whole, like, what I thought about the alpha, or I mean what I thought about the hitter. Everything is in a bit of a tailspin right now because I absolutely love that new blade that they sent me. So I hope that that gets to the market soon so that other people can kind of verify what I'm saying, because I know that if I believe Barber got to look at it or has one, because it's really a game changing thing to be able to take that and put it on the absolute hitter, which has been fantastic all along, and have it literally be upgraded almost to what a Gold FX could do. Eddie, I graduated barber school, and I can stress that what a help your channel has been to me. Great lessons, very encouraging. Keep up the great work, man. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. All right, we'll give away an alpha. It sounds like y'all want an alpha to be given away, and I'm gonna check my email real quick, see if you guys sent in any cut critiques. Let's see if we got any going. We do. Actually, there was somebody in here. I forget what her name was. I sent her a. She sent me a video. She sent me a picture of a cut that she didn't use the electric shaver on, so we sent her out a Prodigy. So yeah, that's. I'm curious to see when she does a new cut. I wanna see if she gets it all the way down to skin. So okay, we got Mark P. Mark P didn't send anything else other than this, and we can kind of zoom in on this now. And you know, it's not a bad blend, and I'm sure this kid was moving around a little bit, maybe fighting with him a little bit. Looks like he pushed his bangs back with a trimmer a little bit. Not a bad look. I mean, that's like a crop kind of looking cut. A little bit of work on the open to close taper area probably would have smoothed out that area a little bit. And don't be afraid to actually use your electric shaver. Beyond that, it looks like the rest of the blend is pretty decent. Maybe a little scissor over comb towards the parietal ridge, and I think you probably could have got that smoothed out. But I'm not going to say this is a bad cut. This is me just trying to nitpick you a little bit. Don't be afraid to use your electric shaver and get it, get it in there. Get it in there. So, all right, let's go on to who we got. We got Steve Nugent, always in the channel, always checking out the stuff. All right, let's see what my man's got going on. So he said, I'd take any feedbacks. First time ever using a foil shaver, and he used the Uno. Which is cool because if you look on the sides of this cut, looks like he did a pretty good job blending it. Like I'm not even gonna nitpick too much. This area above the ear is like a constant area of darkness, and one of the reasons why is because the head typically dips in right there, and it can look a little darker than the rest of it, even when you perform all your steps properly. It's one of those things that just happens. So I would just recommend you go a little bit shorter in that area, a little bit of the corners, and get that down there. So the next picture is of the back, and there's certainly some critiquing to be had here. You had all this room, and one thing that I'm gonna tell you guys, this is actually something I've seen people struggle with, is they'll bring the electric shaver like right into that 5-0 line. My advice to you is stop a little bit, like maybe a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch. Stop a little bit before you reach that. Sort of flip out with your electric shaver, and the motion in the ocean. It's not about the size. The motion. This is the motion here. So let's say that my line is this line in my palm here. I want to stay just underneath it, and it's very easy to do with this. So there's a couple motions you could use. The one is just relieving pressure and pulling out. Two is moving down with the grain. Three would be like peppering. Four would be maybe just like using your corner a little bit. But generally, if you're already at the point where you're using your corner, you might have went a little bit too close with that line, and that's exactly the style of mistake that you'll wind up seeing here. But my thing is drop this fade, drop this original line possibly a little bit lower because he doesn't have too bad of bumps here, in his occipital bone isn't that pronounced. Drop this fade a little bit more, stretch out this blend, and you'll get it as clean as the sides. So that'd be my advice on that one there. All right, so let's see here. I just finished my hours. Once the school loads up my hours, I can take the written, man. Yo, congratulations, John O. I know you've been rocking with the YouTube Barber Academy for a while, man. So I appreciate you, man. And I see all you guys in here. You guys know that sometimes I just snatch up one of my giveaways. Sometimes I just grab one of my fans that are in here. So let's see here. We got a long note from somebody. I'm not sure if I should read it. Let's see here. Just another grateful listener sending you my sincere thanks. I used to watch your early videos. I'm a qualified hairdresser. I used to. I don't want to put anybody on blast. If they sent me something that was like personal and they just want to say like something like that. But so I appreciate you all. I really appreciate you all. Throughout the time, there has just been so many people who have sent and said so many nice things, man. Over the years, and I'm talking about like personal messages that people have sent me either via email or Instagram or just left nice comments on videos, and it really does keep me going. And these times when I got like 90,000 subscribers or something, and I put up a video and it gets 700 views, it's frustrating to the point where you're like, man, this just doesn't make any sense. And then you get a comment like that, man, and it's stuff like that. That keeps me going, man. That keeps me going. Buenas noches. We covered this a little bit earlier. They're saying early February, but believe me, man, the moment I get some info on that, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna drop it. Oh, my man got the Illmatic album. He said, "What's the future of a good barber? I mean, can he get a job easily?" I can't speak for everywhere in the country or in the world, but I could speak for Florida that we are just absolutely killing things. Like, we ain't killing nobody. Like, no animals either. Nothing like that. Sorry, YouTube. Oh, there we go. We're going down. But no, for real, we are just booming. Like, it's crazy, man. And most of the shops around here that are good, that have some good solid guys, because I really think that's like 90% of it is just having some good solid people in the shop that are growing and everybody's kind of working towards the same goal. Those are the environments you want to find yourself in, amongst barbers who are good and inclusive and stuff like that. And you can absolutely get a job here. And I would think that probably any state in the whole country has a place like that. You just got to find a place where you're comfortable and they can foster your growth, and just stay there. Try not to move around too much, because when people start to find you, whatever sacrifices that you are making are going to benefit your future down the road. So when I left my previous barbershop, I was kind of counting the amount of people that came with me to my location when I bought it. I was counting it, and I just wanted to see like how I was going to do, how I was going to make it, because the shop I was coming into was like brand new. Nobody really knew I was there yet, other than all the people I told. I made a lot of noise, and it was something like 180 people in the first like 2 weeks. So moving only becomes easier once you become established. You can do what you want to do. But for a certain period of time, when you work with somebody, even if you don't like the way things are going, you don't like the way the shop's run, there comes a time where you need to make a decision. Is the sacrifice worth what I will gain in the future? And most of the time, if you're staying put and you're working hard, you're going to be able to do fine. Just don't worry about what everybody else is doing. And don't down talk yourself either. Like, that's something that bothers me. Like, you start thinking like, why is nobody coming to me, man? Like, what What am I doing wrong? Am I not good enough at this? These other barbers are killing it. Look at this Instagram picture of Ed, man. He's over here slaying it. Like, don't worry about what everybody else is doing, man. Just stay in your lane, work on your own hustle, do your own posting, pump out your own cards, in quality handouts, too. Like, if you're going to give out a card, don't just run up on somebody like you're going to gun them down. Like, run up on somebody and actually talk to them. Like, if they got a Bills shirt on, man, hey, man, the Bills had a great season this year. Talk to them a little bit before you drop that card on them, man. Make it oh, you want to come down, MMA? I got a spot for you. You know what? I got a back room for you. Make you feel right at home. I got a feeling that the barber who's working in the back room, he's getting a little bit up there in age. I hope he doesn't leave. I really do. I love this guy. I mean, I don't want to see him go nowhere. But I will say this. He might be moving out, so we might have to get MMA, get him some little barber. Oh, D-Banger. All right, so she's the one who got the Prodigy. She's the one I gave the Prodigy to, or I should say Gamma gave the Prodigy to. Shout out to them. And she's putting in some work with it already. All right. I like it. So, D-Banger, did you get a chance to use the Prodigies a little bit? So, your corners, half guard, yeah. But some subs. I need some more subs on eBay. But not the Bills. He said don't bring up the Bills. I mean, all right, look. When your whole shop has Bills everywhere, Bill stuff, paraphernalia, I got signed jerseys and everything in my shop, and I'm not like the most noisy about being a Bills. All right, I'm kind of noisy about being a Bills fan. I'm always talking about it. I got a million Bills fans that come to my shop. A lot of people just come to my shop to talk about the Bills. Like, I don't even think they're there for the haircut. So, with that being said, when they lost, oh my God, did I have to hear it? I had to hear it like, hey, I'm sorry about your Bills. Like 35, 40 times a day. Not even my clients that go to like other barbers who I'm just like, I talk to, like I had to hear it like 40 times a day. I'm not even kidding you. So, all right, man. Let's what do you say? Anytime, bro. That's it, man. That's it, buddy. Houston, Texas. He said, I can't wait for the Gamma Dubs. All right, so let's bust a move here, man. Let's bust a move here on this giveaway. This is what I'm talking about, Juan. Now we can finally see eye to eye. The Tampa Bay Patriots are gonna win the Super Bowl because I don't like the Chiefs no more. They played a dirty game, in my opinion, punching people in the face, all kinds of pulling on the jerseys. I'm not saying that's why we lost. I'm just saying that they're a ratchet team, and I don't like them no more. So I'll be rooting for Tom Brady, believe it or not. Besides, the spread was like 3.5, man. I feel like, you get Brady, 3.5 points. Let's go. All right, so let's just all right, man, this is what I want to do. Not to cut off my UK people, but I had to send a clipper to the UK last week, and it causes some issues. So this giveaway, I want this one to remain in the USA. So y'all shout out where you're from in the comment section. Shout out where you're from, and I'm just gonna pick somebody at random. So leave me a comment where you're from, and that's where it's going. And tell me why you should get an alpha. And if if I can help you out, man, I might have to. That's how we're gonna do it. Next week we'll hit the numbers again. All right, so this one is from Liam Jordan. Boom. So Liam Jordan says, MMA cut my hair. No, I'm just playing. He didn't say that. All right, so good evening, Eddie. First time cutting this guy. Friend from work. Didn't want to go right to skin yet since I've never went that short, but basically I did a half. So he's saying he did a 2 down to a half on the sides, and he cut some of the top. So the lighting in the apartment he's concerned about. But look, I'm going to be honest with you, dude. As far as like a regular haircut goes, man, I could like really zoom in on this. This is kind of cool. All right, so this is not a bad cut at all. I mean, look at your silhouette. Your silhouette tells the story. It blends out really nicely from a 2 down to a half, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If I was going to make any critique on you, I would say get this boy's eyebrows under control, take a number 1, put it in the open position, run it across the eyebrows, and shape up his sideburns a little better. And then we're going to talk about phase 4, which is cutting the top with shears. We're going to talk about that, and I can kind of help you get them bangs in a little bit. But yo, this is not a bad haircut. Don't let me nitpick you to death, but it's pretty good work, dude. So, all right, let's see what we got here. We got I already kind of see somebody that's been hanging in here. Juan, you from Philly? That's why you a savage. You know that? That's why you a savage. All right, from South Carolina. Come on and raise up. Take your shirt off. Swing it around your head like a helicopter. All right. San Francisco, Cali. Adrian Young. Let's see here. Carlos Feliciano. One of my clippers broke, and I need a clipper. I appreciate it. Reno, Nevada. Carlos. Let's see. We got Cali. We got a lot of Cali in the house. Steve knows it was him. Steve knows it was him. Yo, I don't know what it is, but yo, they don't like sending stuff to UK. I pay through the nose to get something sent to the UK, and I don't really care to do it, but it causes issues for some reason sometimes. So I don't want to do it too much. Oh, my man MMA's in the house. He's giving us reasons. All right, so let's see. Really the Barber, Indiana, in the house. 45-year-old barber and student in the house. Really the Barber. Boy, that's tempting. Boy, that's tempting. All right, let's read a couple more of these. Blurton K, I'm wanting to buy a clipper. I'm unsure which one. The Andis Master cordless, Wall Senior cordless, Babyliss Pro cordless. Save your money, man. Get yourself a Gamma. Absolute hitter. It's going to be comparable to all of them, and it's going to save you some money. You can get the Protege. That's a pretty good clipper to start out with, but I would go with the Absolute Alpha or the Ergo. I mean, stress for the Ergo, man. You're not gonna hate that. You're gonna love that. Everybody's rocking the Ergo right now. Yeah, buddy. He said if I win, I'll give it to my new hire at the shop. I don't need one for myself. Honestly, I do need a Uno for me though. Man, I see you, dude. That's awesome, man. Thank you for saying that because it's good to know. D-Banger, it's coming, man. It's coming, baby. You're going to have that. They got them on the way. I wouldn't expect it to take too long unless they're on back order. I don't know about that. But for the most part, really, man, really, you killing me, bro. I got to do it. Man. I got to do it. Listen, man, you guys can hate me if you want, but Really the Barber is getting this. This is the reason, all right? Really the Barber, 40 years old. It is not an easy time to go to barber school. I'm be real with you. You younger guys, man, people who are not so established. And then on top of that, my Bills whooped on his Colts. They whooped on him. They did. And then, it was a close game. I mean, really, y'all should have won that game. If I'm being real, the Bills did not deserve to win that game. There was bad coaching on the Colts. Frank Wright. I don't know if it's right. Someone right. But anyways, 40 years old, in barber school, and he could definitely use the help, man. So I'm going to get that over to you, really. I'm going to get that over to you. Really, just send me an email and let me know where you're at, and we'll get you over those Absolute Alphas, and we'll rock and roll with you on that one here. Liam cut Callum's hair. Is that Columns? Columns. All right, man. So I appreciate you guys all for hanging out here today. Yo, MMA's a savage, bro. Hold up. He just I'm a 16-year-old barber in foster care. Oh, why'd I put this on here? Oh, my God. I got to take this down. I need it bad. I got jumped for my Walmart clippers last week, bro. You a savage. Oh, my God. Why'd I put that up? YouTube hates me already. They see that, boy, I'm done. They gonna take your boy away. Oh, man. All right, so congrats, Really the Barber. I'm glad that I can help you out, man. When he gave me like 3 reasons, man, he just put I wanted to pick you right away. I'll be honest. When you put I got 800 hours and I'm in school, but when he put your Colts, you guys beat my Colts. Them boys were primed, dude. I wish y'all could have went further. I wish y'all could have beat the Chiefs, man. But then he says that there was no way. It would be heartless. It would be heartless of me. I know my giveaway's rigged, right? He said my Dolphins too. He said I felt hurt. I felt hurt after that Bills-Dolphins game. Oh, my God. I'm so glad that we won that game. I would have just been so ashamed to lose. But I'm telling you what, man, this AFC, this is not going to get any easier for the Bills. We had a good season this year, but you got to figure the Dolphins are going to be the real deal. probably starting next year. The Jets, I don't know if they'll get it together that soon, but they're coming in. You know, they're going to get it together eventually. The Patriots are definitely probably going to have it together by next year or the year after. So, you know, I just think winning in the AFC East is going to get a lot harder. It's not like them weak West Coast teams where y'all got a whole division full of scrubs. I mean, we got some. I'm just playing with you guys. All right, you guys. Yo, I appreciate all of you guys for coming in here, hanging out with me today. Thank you so much for the great show. I really appreciate you. And really, the Barber, congratulations to you, man. This is the YouTube Barber Academy. I'm Mr. Eddie Barber, and I'll catch you guys next week on my live and Thursday in my upload. Peace.